the reason people live in cities is to have amenities that are very different and very distinct. So I think this is something that will give a certain improvement in terms of an urban amenity for a huge chunk of our population, because it being linear and being so accessible to everyone. So you don't have to, spend on transportation just to get here. We're bringing the open space to you. I'm William T. I'm the principal architect of WTA.
I'm Paolo, Alcazaren, principal of PGAA Creative Design.
Right now, we're working as a consultant on the Pasig River Development Project. So this is the Pasig River Development Project. So it's about developing the Pasig River from Manila Bay to Laguna Lake. And it's about upgrading it to proper standards, beautifying it, creating a transportation corridor that penetrates to the center of our city, improving water quality, fixing all the ills, or the perceived ills of the Pasig River. This is actually about 1% of the overall project. So this is the first step. And it's like a showcase space where people can see what the city can look like in 3 years' time after we finish this.
We have not built a large public park in the Philippines in over half a century since Rizal Park. And if you put together all of this area of both sides, the total area is about the equivalent of Rizal Park.
Manila has one of the lowest open space per capita of any major cosmopolitan city in the world.
So we're at about 2 or 3 in Manila. In fact, if you look at the real statistics, we're probably just 1 square meter of public accessible open space. So this will help bridge the gap between where we are now and where we should be.
One of the main goals of this project is to create, an unimpeded pedestrian and cycling lane that would connect all the cities along the river. I think that's very important, that we have something where you can actually have a nice, comfortable walk. It definitely improves the quality of life of everyone who lives along the river, because now you can always have a space like this, in your everydays.
This is just about under 500 meters of a planned 50 kilometers. It's 25 kilometers to the other end. And then the other bank is another 25, so it's 50. So this is just the very start of it.
One of the reasons why this became, the starting point, or the first one, is because Jones Bridge is one of the lowest.
Yes.
So if we can go through Jones, then it just shows what we can do with the other bridges.
The clearance is between 4 and 8 meters. This is about 4 plus. This was the most difficult.
Jones Bridge is the lowest one. So this would be partially submerged during high tide. So it had to be a watertight structure. And the idea, of course, is to low maintenance planks that you can actually change. If they get damaged, you can, it's modularized, so you can change one piece. So we were looking for materials like that. Part of this plan is to create 2 new housing communities.
Very important part.
Yeah, at both ends of the river. So you're not relocating people, but you're rehousing them inside the city still. And they would still have adequate access to their jobs.
Various local governments, the 5 that we passed through the Pasig, they already have some social housing projects already underway. So it complements that, part of the 4PH. Hopefully, if the different communities embrace the project, just like in Iloilo, local artwork was added by the community themselves. So we see that as an opportunity here.
This will only kind of serve as a platform, for future developments and future engagements, right? So the important thing is we build the platform, then invite people to come in to celebrate the river and see what other activities or engagements they can take on in the future.
takes a village. Actually, it takes the whole metropolis to build this thing.
I'm sure one of the things that delight, everyone who come here, how different the Pasig River actually is from our perception of it. And so we have to start changing this perception of negativity about the river and improve what we, identify with.